What you do has far greater impact than what you say. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what do we got going tonight with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Back up to 40,000, sliding backwards again, coming in at 38,800, I think, just a few moments ago when I was looking at it. Perfection, right? It's a problem because we shot up to 40,000. Everybody was like, yeah, I told you so. Bitcoin going to the moon, everybody. Woo. Now, here we are, not that long later, and we're not getting over 40,000, sliding up and down in the last, I think $8,000 range. Zoom out, people, right? That's what everyone likes to tell people when it comes to these situations. Not stressing it in the slightest. Definitely, since we've moved past that $20,000 barrier, my confidence has been completely restored in Bitcoin and the fact that this is going to be the next world's currency. You know, everything that just happened with the conference with MicroStrategy is more evidence of how corporations are jumping in, and the liquidity crunch is designed to give Bitcoin a better fiat price. Well, over there manning the chat, holding down the fort, being as beautiful as always, my lovely co-host, Sammy.
Good evening, everyone.
So how are you doing over there, Samantha?
Pretty good.
You're looking pretty cute.
Why, thank you.
So you got those new leggings on?
They're relatively new. I mean, I have stuff that I literally have worn in high school. So, I mean, yeah, it's that kind of, So, yeah, these are under a year for sure. They're only like a month or two old. So, yeah, they're real new.
So Bitcoin, right?
Bitcoin.
Hit 40,000, started sliding back down again. Remember, I think I pointed it out to you. We've been meaning to get out here, but we had a real bad storm the last couple of days. As you can see, you can see the leg isn't here anymore.
Yep, no candy cane leg.
No canopy anymore, man. The wind tore that thing apart, and some branches came down, and that's a big pile of garbage. So,
yeah, we were under like a tornado watch for 10 hours or something, and lots of areas around us. We just had really bad winds. I don't think we actually had a tornado like come all the way through or anything. I suppose the last time when it took down the power pole, that was fun. But yeah. So it's gone.
At about that time, I was pointing out to you that Bitcoin was headed back to 40,000.
Oh, you mean right before we lost internet? Yes.
And here we are at 38.8, and people, talking negatively as they like to do because they can't get the long-term perspective. We see Elon Musk out there pumping Dogecoin again and now getting ready to take a sabbatical, I guess you'd call it, from Twitter for a bit. We've seen Snoop Dogg humping on the Doge band as well.
I like it.
It just seems like we couldn't get our 15 minutes in the spotlight when we joined 4 years ago.
No.
Now it seems like
I still remember
every carrot top out there is coming out of the woodwork and somehow trying to use their publicity, fame, I don't know, to like pump these cryptocurrencies now and pump these altcoins. They're trying to pull a John McAfee with the ICOs.
I mean, yeah, it does seem a little funny that, okay, so at one point, Elon Musk thing could have been hacked, or they weren't quite sure where like the Doge sideways thing came from, right? And so everybody was like, whoa, what? Okay. So, I mean, everybody has their expectations of cryptocurrency, I guess. And it does just kind of seem like there is quite a lot of celebrities right now. Like, I do remember, like, it was, 2 years ago. God, because it wasn't last year, because last year just sucked as a whole. But like when Katy Perry and like Akon
Oh
came out
yeah,
with
yeah, with the
his, I mean, but like,
nails, and he started a
yeah,
city,
there
and
was a few like celebrities that were talking about cryptocurrency or saying like, I have Bitcoin, or, I like Bitcoin, things like that. And it's like, I don't really know if that's the way I personally would like to see Bitcoin go, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Everything is good for Bitcoin. So whatever.
yes.
I mean, yeah, and yes. And I mean, I love Doge, so whatever. He can do whatever. It's whatever.
So, do we got anybody in the chat? Is there anyone hanging out with
No,
us?
we have people watching. No one's in the chat.
No one's in the chat. Oh, you guys, you got to tell me what you're thinking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency this evening. As far as
We got no news.
It's Sunday. There's never any news. Everyone's probably off watching the Super
I was
Bowl
gonna say
right
Super
now.
Bowl Sunday.
We're not big on sports, so I mean, Super Bowl is not necessarily our thing.
I know, especially. I mean, even our team, like our state's team, is in it.
Oh yeah, that is down in Tampa or whatever.
Less.
I don't know. I seen more that everybody's talking about whether or not that this is going to be another super spreader.
Yeah, and how we saw.
event.
Well, it was your NBC, right? The Peacock, yes.
Yes.
And Steve Aoki, yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that he was at a party down in Tampa last night. And
Yes, a pre-Super Bowling or whatever. Is that tailgating still?
I didn't know that Steve Aoki was down there doing that, or else I would have went.
I know, right? Tampa's not that far. I mean, yeah. Yeah. All right. Also, fun fact, our microphone is not working. No green dots.
No green dots?
No green dots. So we are off of the laptops. So if we sound tinny or far away, we are sorry. We will have to figure it out. I know. We got lights on the snowball, but no green dots on the thing.
Technical difficulties, as always. Well, back to Bitcoin, right, Samantha?
Oh, Paul Rouleau is here. Good evening. Hi,
Paul
good
Rouleau,
evening.
buddy. I'm glad that you can make it out here. I appreciate it, my friend.
Oh, Paul Rouleau says the sound is good, even though we're not working off the right microphone. So awesome. That's something.
Tap on it, and that's how you'll know for sure, Samantha.
0,
okay.
Sir.
I don't know.
Yep. We will have to figure it out. You got to love it. I mean, yeah, it is. We usually work off of some kind of difficulty, okay? It's always at a handicap.
I think it's going to be the same thing that it always is with Bitcoin, right? Is that we make a new bracket, a new price bracket, and then we roll through that secular FUD that happens. There's a big binder Rolodex. You just pull out 30 pages. It doesn't matter which one. China, India, regulation, greenhouse effect, double spend. They use it to manipulate the price. The price is going to go up and down within 10% until there's not enough Bitcoin out there. And then we make another price bracket. The things that happen between now and then are trivial when you zoom out.
It's so hard. Especially, I mean, okay, for me as a person, but I also know, like, humans in natureness, just our beings, it's hard to zoom out. That is half the problem. I mean, it really is. Yeah. And I mean, even though we've zoomed out enough to be in cryptocurrency, which is kind of a zooming out already to figure out that whole entire system is flawed. Once you get in here, then you get caught up in the same habits and your same autopilot that you still think like very short term. It's taken us a very long time. I mean, I try not to actually think about how much Bitcoin we own, or you know what I mean? Like, just I try not to think about it because it's not. It's not. Shouldn't be.
Yes,
it's not something I want to.
Something that should be part of your daily thoughts as a utilizational tool to make your lives better. How often do you think about your 401k and cashing it in and buying a sports car or something?
Like, yeah,
you don't.
Because that would be ridiculous.
Right.
And
why would you throw away your retirement future to have a sports car today? That's the type of person you are. You didn't start a 401k to begin with. You didn't start investing.
You just checked that box, didn't you? Yep, that was it. You
went out and bought the cheapest sports car you could and rode it around until it blew up.
All right, Satoshi James is here. He says Gene Simmons owns what I do. Except I don't Doge. Okay, so I know I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah,
It
that Gene.
was, yeah, he's
I thought
in
it was
it.
funny that he's following World Crypto Network.
I thought that was funnier. Yes, I did when we were watching Thomas's Duber, and it was all like, "What?" Ha! I mean, I would be ecstatic. Okay,
Right.
anybody, anybody. It wouldn't even matter. Like for real. Any of the salt and peppers that are left, any of the TLCs that are left, any like Sir Mix-a-Lot, what's he's doing? Like yes, anybody. Why not?
What was it? 98 Degrees, Backstreet Boys,
Oh
NSYNC,
yeah,
all of them, all those boy bands.
all of them. Oh, the Joey whatever dude from NSYNC. Wait,
But
is
you
it
always like
Joey?
the
He's not
Bone
that
Thugs and
far.
Harmony.
I did like Bone Thugs and Harmony. Okay, you can't Crossroads and Mo Murder. You can't get better. Okay, I don't care. That was my childhood. And now Parlo is definitely throwing me for a loop because when I tapped on the microphone, he said he heard that. But I have no green dots. So maybe we're working with the snowball. I don't know.
Oh, thanks, Paul, because that really helps
Yeah,
that you're saying
maybe.
that.
Maybe.
That's a live action test right there.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, been trying to get out here the last couple days, but the weather's been bad. Was thinking about whether or not there was actually going to be anyone in the chat tonight, and then I was like, I don't know. A lot of people in cryptocurrency, you guys feel the same way that I do. You're not super big on all this sporting events.
Yeah, I mean that is another thing.
I
Yeah,
thought maybe somebody
That
get
one
out
coming.
here, and it had been a while, right? I miss talking to you guys. I miss stopping and taking the time out of life to actually dedicate the thought to cryptocurrency and Bitcoin so that I can formulate my thoughts to be able to come out here and talk, right? So it was nice being able to do that today. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, we're jonesing. We only got me and you, man. We don't talk to anybody really, and I mean,
Oh no, I'm still happy with the price being up here. The fact that we're over 20, and I mean we're continuing to maintain
I think
above
it's
the
promising.
35,000 is extremely promising. I mean, we could tread sideways like this, up and down 5-8%, down 8% for the next 6 months to 9 months, and I wouldn't think twice about it. Like that's just cryptocurrency. But I do believe that we're still in the bull market. I do think we're shooting for at least that $100,000 area.
Yeah, I'm not sure about like the 300,000. Okay, but yes, yeah. I mean, I think it's healthy. I don't think there's anything to worry about.
As far as the altcoin and the trading and the DeFi and the mushroom tokens and all this other
less about
stuff.
that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it to really instruct anybody to do it or not to do it. I know that it's just I'm too busy to sit there and waste my time with it, and it took me a very long time and a lot of work and a lot of sacrifice to get the Bitcoin that I have. So I'm not looking to wrap it, leverage it, let some third party hold on to it. We are talking about my life savings.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I guess that is.
So
we're a lot more old school.
Now that I'm 4 years in, I feel much more secure knowing that I am personally responsible for my monetary sovereignty and that I am my own bank and that the only thing I have to answer to is the decentralized network that
and yourself.
I had already agreed to sign up to. The other stuff, I mean, we heard Warren Buffett talking the other day. This was a completely separate podcast, and he was talking about making money in his early days versus making money towards the now. And he was saying that in the early days when he was trying to make the small moves, he would pour through the books and the magazines and the information of stocks and everything. And it's easier to make larger gains on a smaller scale than it is, you know what I mean? Like it's easier for me and you to go out and make $10,000 trading cryptocurrency than it is for a big hedge fund to go out and make multi-million dollars trading.
Right, the profits, like the profit ratio gain is different once you're talking. I mean, even though that would be, I mean, yes. You could be looking at a 1,000x of that person's. Mm-hmm. It's not the same as a corporation.
Like you're not going to take $100 million and 1,000x it, where a person can take $1,000 and 1,000x it in the cryptocurrency market.
Yes, and actually get that.
Right, yes. And it just has to do a lot with your education, your dedication, and some luck, right? And that's what people are shooting for in these, altcoins. And more power to you if that's how you want to try to shoot it. It's just that I've been in there. I already tried all those games. It's crazy racket.
I
I'm not
mean,
really down for it. There's too many ups and downs. There's too many uncertainties, too many moving variables. I have found that it is best for me to be continuing to dollar cost average and fight the good fight. The
I'm 40
revolution
years
is
old.
real.
Yep. And I know that I am not a lucky person. Like so it's like you only got 2 out of 3 at your best if you're not also just one of those people who are generally lucky for some reason. Like, and no, definitely not.
But yeah, I mean, if you're 23 years old and you got $5,000 in crypto, I mean, shoot, freaking go for it. Who cares?
Oh man, I know. What was his face? What was the? Oh my God,
Oh,
I'm
the
forgetting
Nick
his
kid?
name. Nick, thank you.
Yeah, but he got in so much trouble and stuff
I
with the
know.
BitConnects and everything else.
I know. All right, so Paul Relo thinks that it is working, so that's awesome. I'm glad that the microphone that's better than the laptop microphone is working. All right, Satoshi James says there's supposed to be a Doge Super Bowl commercial. What?
I had heard something about that too, but I didn't know what was up with that. I didn't read enough information. It was like in a passing headline.
Oh, for the love of God.
I think we were at the gas station when you were in.
Oh, you mean
when you were getting a Wawa sandwich?
Yeah, I was getting a Wawa sandwich. I like not having to talk to the people. Wawa is awesome. You just touch it, whatever. There you go. Make my stuff. Call my number. Goodbye. Oh, although that's when I realized it was Super Bowl Sunday because why? Oh, I waited for freaking ever because everybody like online ordered Wawa, like gas station Wawa. But like it was their Super Bowl tailgating middle of the day crap. I was like, what? What? All right. Paul Rose says he's been doing Ethereum gas farming. Lucrative so far, but highly speculative.
Yes, I mean with the ETH prices being way up there.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Somebody was saying, was it Omar the other day?
I think it was crypto. Yeah,
somebody is saying that like $90 to send 300 and stuff.
Yeah,
during the high parts.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, but that's what happens when you're around those all-time highs.
That's why you need gas farming, right? Yeah.
The network gets congested, but I mean, Ethereum's still only looking at 15 transactions per second.
Yeah, I mean, granted, my crypto kitties were quite a long time ago, but 2 of them never came to be because literally I didn't pay enough and they timed out, and like I was all like, screw it. But like, yes, like,
I wonder what they're worth. We should probably check that at some
point. Maybe we should. I mean, yeah.
4-year-old crypto kitties. I don't think it's been long.
I got 3 of them. Boxing Day kitty. Pre-COVID, you never know, man.
Pre-COVID kitties.
Yeah, you never know. When it was a happier place. Yeah, you remember that ex-girlfriend? Yeah, still happier. All right.
So what do you think, Samantha? Have you heard anything out there in the news lately that was interesting It's just been so much Elon Musk lately.
It has been a lot of Elon Musk because that's what I went to when you said that question.
Yeah, it's like that's all I've been hearing a lot about too, and it's like I'm really tired of hearing about Elon Musk. I don't care. I mean, the guy is great, awesome. Go.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, he's an awesome dude. Whatever, but it shouldn't be that much of him. Yeah. Like it really shouldn't.
I mean, and besides that, then it's just been the series of fake news stories that are meant to suppress the price. And then everyone talking about ETH and all-time highs and ETH futures opening and the potential for a pullback, but that they don't think that the futures are going to do to ETH the same way that they've been doing or that they did to Bitcoin.
Ooh, they ain't going to do it the same way.
Well, I mean, they did Bitcoin dirty.
They did do Bitcoin
put
dirty.
It into a multi-year bear market.
Ooh.
So
I still like the Turduncan coins personally. All right. I'm just saying. But yeah, no, I don't know. Yes.
It's that there is no right or wrong answer when it comes to any of these things, with the exception of you should trade fiat for crypto and you should never sell out of crypto.
Yes. Like you should be in it. Just in it somehow. In it. You should be in it. If you're not in it, like, I mean, the boat is pushing off of the dock.
I mean, that's the other thing I still worry about is that I wish more of my family and friends were
in it,
as heavy bagged and in it as I am, especially as we see. I mean, 40,000 is already too much for somebody, an average person, to get a hold of a Bitcoin. And it's like thinking about it being 100,000, it's like that's completely
Yeah, and I
discouraging.
mean, it does suck because all of our family members, I mean, all of our families are middle
They're
class to
broke.
well off, and it's like, and they still would not spend a single cent. They would not spend a single
Yeah.
cent.
Well, I mean, it's hard to get people to wake up past today. It's hard to get people to see the big picture. It gets
To zoom out.
Yeah, it's hard to get people to realize, that you got to save for to tomorrow and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, I know that both of our phones today, like push notified and like an email or whatever from Domino's saying like today is Super Bowl, like,
Oh yeah.
wings and pizza, you need it. And it's like, are you just like the Wawa I was in? Woo. I mean, do you really need all of it? I don't think you do. And yet everybody does, and everybody thinks they do. Paul Rulo said, we tried to tell everyone. We did.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess that's the conscious we get to go with is that, I mean, I know I have tried to tell as many people as I thought would benefit from Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as I could. And whether they had like any interest in it or not, I mean,
I don't know. Sometimes I try to think about these things in like, generational perspective, and it's like sometimes I think that we're just the next generation of the rich. Like the generation of the rich back in the day, they noticed that everybody was a bunch of lemmings. They started putting the system in place
right?
that
They
kept
made the
them in
company or
powers,
the
right? They bought assets. They didn't work for money. They just started printing the money. They put the lemmings to work. They thought they were going to make the country better by giving these lemmings some focus because they're not doing it on their own. And here we are, like, we don't want to be the lemmings. That's the problem, right? And their system isn't designed to make us part of them. But here we are taking advantage of the system that we're creating now as the new system to put ourselves at the front. But the lemmings still want nothing to do with it until what we're going to be in control, and we're just going to replace their dollars with satoshis, and they're going to continue to work around in small circles like they do now. I mean, the lemming is the lemming, and that's the problem. Is that until the average person starts getting a better education.
Yeah, because that's why everybody's so focused on the $1,400 stimulus checks. I mean, that seems to be the most asinine thing, is that no matter where you're clicking, no matter what you're on, people are either asking or they are talking about how it is mid something and Biden is not budging and this and that and things and what.
Mm-hmm.
That's because that benefits them in their eyes. And I don't know anyone in cryptocurrency that is thinking that the stimulus package, the COVID package, these things are good other than to buy cryptocurrency. It is not good for our economy. It is not good for our country. It is not good, but this is what they're waiting for.
No, yeah, the stimulus package stuff to give people these stimulus checks, it's just enough money to get people to think that they want it. Oh, you're going to give me $1,400? Yes, I want you to print 1.9 trillion. When in reality, if they could look at the giant picture, they would know, forget your 1,400. I don't want you to print any more money.
You need to like tourniquet now.
So take your stimulus check, buy Bitcoin. I'm not here for financial advice, but if they're going to print it for free, at least get sound money of the future. And if you don't believe me that it's sound money of the future, there's a lot of smart other people out there telling you that it is. Go listen to one of them.
Oh, there's a lot. All right, so Joshi James says he's not telling anyone anymore.
It does. It gets old. It gets tiresome. I mean, if it was, I don't know if that's why half of that we're not pushing to go out there and pass out flyers. It does go over well at the EDM festivals, but the cryptocurrency space isn't like it was. Now the money, like people used to send Bitcoin back and forth. Donations, all these kinds of things. I would donate. People would send money to buy things all the time, thinking that we needed to utilize the network. No one really thinks this way anymore. I don't want to donate in Bitcoin. I really don't want you guys to donate in Bitcoin either.
Everybody
it's like
should
everybody should keep their Bitcoin. This is the money of the future. So
We were talking about that not even that long ago, how it was all like, man, people were just giving up donations and like, I mean,
I don't
like
know how. I don't know how World Crypto
crazy.
Network is still trying to raise donations for a
Oh,
laptop and
I
everything
know.
else like that in Bitcoin, and it's like,
Oh, and only like a $2,000 or $4,000 laptop, not anything ridiculous or anything. I mean, no. What are we working off of? Like a $400 one? Yeah.
2 years ago even.
2 years ago, $400 one. And Paul Rouleau says we sound great. So whatever. Suck it. I mean, yes. Sometimes you gotta love it. Sometimes Thomas is asinine. All right. Paul Rouleau says so many opportunities in this space. Even after you eliminate all of the scams, plenty of room here. I mean, it is, and that I guess I try not to get frustrated because it does. I remember forever that it was no one was talking about it. And then we started hearing it on sitcoms and on television and on news networks. And it was all like, I remember, oh my God, that's amazing. Like, yes,
yes,
this
it's
is
getting exposure.
and it's not like, it's just.
Yeah, and now there's exposure, right? If you're in the world, you
Yep.
should have heard of Bitcoin
And
or
there's not
cryptocurrency at
enough
some point.
people in here still.
And they still don't care. They still don't care
Yes.
because they're so brainwashed and fixated that all they can see is the dollar. And then they can only see the dollar in exchange that I have to have these dollars so that I can go blow it on a bunch of stuff so that people can look at me and try to envy me. So really, I need money to get stuff because then people will envy me for my stuff.
What's the point?
Yeah.
The stuff?
The stuff? Who cares about
Screw
stuff?
the stuff. Like, oh.
I know what the best stuff is. Right over there, Sammy.
Oh, I was thinking air and water because that's what you always say.
It's air and water. That is some good stuff. Let me tell you, I love it.
Free.
And it's free. You
falls
can't
from
beat
the
it.
sky. It is in the sky. It's amazing. Paul Rouleau just gave us a $20 super chat.
Paul Rouleau, man, I tell you this every time. You don't have to do that, and I hate that YouTube takes a cut out of it and all of that stuff. It does help. Like we do continue to collect it and we put it back into the channel and all of this. So thank you very much, Paul. We appreciate it.
He says here's some fiat to convert. We can do that. Yeah.
I know April's getting closer. I still got my fingers crossed that they're going to let this EDM festival kick off.
I know we saw some other, it was Coachella got canceled and it was also in April. So now we're all like, please don't be on a payment plan that you're going to be like, so refund because it's never happening. Sorry.
I know, and these tickets were expensive because of camping and everything. I mean, not that I don't like refunds
but we were also,
and money back.
But we paid for like 6 months now. So it's like, come on, don't get our hopes up and then say, no, sorry. COVID.
So that'll be fun if we can get off to it.
So.
We're getting closer.
It's another reason why it's hard to plan for the flyers because we really don't know, like,
yeah, that would
hope
suck
it's
to
happening.
buy flyers and have it.
I know, right?
Happen.
With dates and things and stuff, and be like, oh man, when are we gonna pass these out? Yeah, never. 2023, when everyone has a vaccine, right? Yeah. All right, we're good.
So if you guys got any questions, comments, anything you guys would like to talk about, please go ahead, put it in the chat over there. That is Samantha's main purpose. If you guys are watching this on the uptake, go ahead, you can comment. I read them. I give them the thumbs up. I give them the heart to let you know that I read it. But I think that's pretty much going to do it for us here with this episode. You know, we really appreciate the opportunity that you guys give to get out here and talk with you guys about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Definitely helps keep our head in the game. I hope we're keeping your head in the game. And it is that this is new stuff. It is emerging. It has good days. It has bad days. But the overall perspective of this is to continue to tough it out, right? No matter if you're in some altcoin and it's down today and this and that, if you believe in it, continue to keep believing, right? Faith is always rewarded.
I'm sure there were people that were wondering if Ethereum was real, okay?
I mean, 7 cents at the ICO.
I'm just saying.
No, 10 cents. 10 cents.
Yeah, I think it was 10
7 cents, 10
7.
cents, something like that. Well, I mean, it was in Bitcoin, so it varied, right? Because the price of Bitcoin is always fluctuating.
I mean, yes, but yeah. Just don't sweat the small stuff so much.
Yes, of course.
It's not in the grand scheme of things, okay? The price of anything that you're like you're holding, you're loving it.
In the grand scheme of things, really, eat healthier and go for a jog, because your health is the most precious commodity, because it
And love
doesn't
the
matter
people
how rich
around
you
you.
are if you ain't feeling good.
Yep. And love
Yep.
the people around you.
All right, you guys. Have a great evening. Watch the Super Bowl. I think it should already be on. So make sure you go check out those commercials. Let me know next time how the Doge
think
commercial
so.
is, if it happens. Other than that, I will catch you on the flip side. And remember to keep that BTC safe. Later, guys.
Bye, guys.